Guys, more amazing, more love, more love, more love, more love.
Hey, how are we doing? Before I start, don't worry, because this accent is not because I am a foreigner. This is because growing up, I learned English while watching Pingu. I lied. It's actually from Spain. My actual name is Isabel María Bonachera Martín. And that is just the first name. I only came to the UK because I always wanted to be in one of those parties in which lights go out suddenly, and when they go back up, someone had died mysteriously. So maybe tonight? Maybe you? So as I said, I'm from Spain. I grew up in Spain. I went to a very, very Catholic school, a hardcore Catholic. And I was told that hurricanes happen because God is angry at queer people. So I came out of the closet because I wanted to control the fucking weather. So far, so good. You're welcome. No, but I have been single for so long that it no longer makes a difference. I think that the issue with me is that I don't know how to do sexy. I'm not a sexy person. Apparently, you're not supposed to finish a striptease by taking off your contact lenses. Also, lately I have gained so much weight that I no longer have a double chin. I have a neck pouch. And it is just a really sad moment the first day that you put on a tracksuit and you look less like the sporty Spice Girl and more like Fidel Castro. One thing that doesn't help either is that I'm a nerd. Any nerds in the house? Woo! One guy. I'm a space nerd. I'm a space nerd, to be more specific. I'm really into space. I think that astronomy is brilliant because it was given to us by the Greeks, who also gave us democracy and anal. I don't know why I look at that guy. No, but for the rest of you that are not into space, don't worry, because you don't need to be a scientist in order to enjoy space. The same way you don't need to be David Bowie to enjoy music, and you don't need to be Piers Morgan to be a cunt. No, but yeah, so really into space. Growing up in Spain, I always wanted to grow up to be an astronaut. Just like the astronauts from the Apollo mission, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. And not to brag, but in school I was bullied a lot. I was bullied by this girl called Anna. She was the kind of person that in a zombie apocalypse will hide a zombie bite mark from the rest of the group. So I used to have this fantasy, I'm gonna tell you about it. So my fantasy was that we will be in class and the teacher will be teaching some bullshit. And then a bunch of men in black suits will break into the class and they will come to me. And they will be like, oh my God, Isa, there's a meteor, it's coming towards Earth, and everyone's gonna die, and you are the only person that can save humanity. And I will turn to them and I will say, no can do, I told you, I'm retired. But they'll beg me, and beg, and beg. And eventually I'll be like, fine, NASA, but you have to learn how to do these things on your own. So they'll put me in a spaceship with a bunch of nuclear weapons to destroy this meteor. And I know my way there, and everyone's watching the mission from home on their televisions. And Anna is watching. And then she said, oh my God, that's Isa, I know her, we're friends. And someone will say, shut up, Anna, you cunt. So I'll go to the meteor with my nuclear weapons. I'll put them in the meteor. I will destroy it. The mission will be a success. I will miraculously survive because, guys, it was very dangerous. And I will come back to Earth, and everyone will be happy, and they'll be celebrating. And then we will all die anyway because of the nuclear fallout. That fantasy is inspired by the 1998 movie Armageddon. Or did Impact, they have the exact same fucking plot. I just really like how much movies influence our lives. Like, for example, when Frozen came out, a bunch of parents didn't want their daughters to see Frozen because they thought they was gonna turn their daughters into lesbians. And fair enough, because my grandma saw The Sixth Sense, and now she's dead. I love the movie. I love everything about the movies. I even love the Oscars. I think that it is a wonderful thing that they're doing to give Matthew McConaughey a reason to shower once a year. And I even love, like, if a movie have a space element, I'm immediately into it. I love any movie with a space element. For example, Juno and Alien, 2 movies about the complications of unplanned pregnancies. I love space so much that if I have to die, my preferred way of dying is in space, by falling into a black hole. I think that black holes are awesome. She knows. Black holes are to physics what Nicolas Cage is to acting. Because they don't make any sense, but you're fascinated by them. And this really cool thing happens when you fall into a black hole. So if you fall into a black hole and you look out into the universe, you can see the universe in fast forward. So you can actually see into the future. And if you think too much about it, it will make you very paranoid. Like one time I was in my room and I was doing something and I catch a glimpse of a clock, and I realized that the arms of the clock were moving really fast. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm falling into a black hole right now. Cool. So I tried to concentrate on whatever I was doing, but I couldn't because those arms of the clock were moving really fast. It was a fun. People think that it is a bit weird. I have a preferred way of dying, but I think about death quite a bit, like every night. Before I go to bed, I always leave a book on my nightstand in case I die in my sleep, because I want whoever finds me to think that I read books. And I have a dying wish, and my dying wish is to be incinerated and for my ashes to be thrown into the eyes of a cyclist. But whatever happens, I know that I'll go doing what I love. Nothing. very lazy. I'm so lazy that now every time that I go to the supermarket, I just take someone else's trolley. Then I pay for the groceries and I adapt to the food choices later. The last trolley had a baby. It was delicious.